Most people know the famous photo of Hitler pinning an iron cross on a boy barely old enough for middle school. But very few know what became of that child once the war ended. Back in March 1945, 12-year-old Alfred Zeck, just a kid from a quiet town in Silesia, was pulled into the chaos of the collapsing Third Reich. He had risked his life dragging wounded German soldiers out of Soviet fire, and for that, Hitler personally decorated him. It was a surreal moment for a boy who should have been in school instead of battlefield. But the war ended weeks later, and the honor he'd been given didn't protect him from reality. Alfred was taken by Soviet forces during their sweep through the region. They questioned him like they did countless others, but once they realized he was only a child, they let him go. Freedom didn't mean safety, though. His family lost their home when Silesia was handed over to Poland, and they were forced to leave the land they'd lived on for generations. Everything familiar vanished overnight. In the years that followed, Alfred quietly rebuilt his life in West Germany. He learned carpentry, kept to himself, and avoided talking about the metal or the man who had given it to him. For him, that chapter wasn't something to celebrate. It was something to escape. It wasn't until decades later that his story resurfaced. Historians researching the fate of the children pulled into Hitler's final war effort stumbled across Alfred's brief moment in the spotlight. And with that, the world was reminded that behind every propaganda photo was a real child trying to survive a nightmare.